Let's talk about the 80-10-10 principle. Now, the truth is, not everybody gets on board with something new at the same time, no matter how good that new reality may be. Matthew gives us a fascinating insight into this as he records the disciples meeting with Jesus after the resurrection. Matthew chapter 28, verse 16. Now, the 11 disciples went to Galilee to the mountain to which Jesus had directed them. And when they saw him, they worshipped him, but some doubted. If you're a leader, then you already know leading change isn't always easy. In fact, there'll always be some who doubt. You may have a great vision and a comprehensive strategy, but that doesn't mean everybody's going to automatically jump on board. Sometimes your great new idea meets with some pretty strong opposition and can leave you discouraged and frustrated trying to figure out what went wrong and what is wrong with all these people who just don't get it. You know, when it comes to change, remember, 10% of the people will love it. 10% will hate it, but the remaining 80% will eventually get on board as long as you lead them well. The 10% that love it just love a new idea and a fresh initiative. They're the early embracers. They don't need a lot of convincing. They're already in and they're cheering you on. The 10% that hate it are the chronic resistors. They're just completely uncomfortable with anything that rocks the status quo. They're not necessarily against you. They just don't want change, no matter how much sense it makes. Successful leaders don't invest too much time or emotional energy in either of the 10%ers. They're not fooled by the cheers of the early embracers or discouraged by the sneers of the chronic resistors. They know their energy must be focused on convincing the 80% still undecided. And the good news is the 80% will always come on board if you give them three things: time, information, and support. Time allows people to process and not feel like they're being driven or railroaded. Information gives them a framework of understanding, answering all the questions that they will be asking. And support tells them that you're there to help them through all the challenges and the demands that change can bring. So next time you're introducing something new, remember the 80-10-10. Don't take the resistance personally. Don't get too excited by the early cheers. Concentrate on convincing the 80% majority, because that's where your strength and where your future lies.